Hello. Now we will see the three types of the materials which are existing. Very first is insulators. Insulators are having uh, the electrons which are very tightly bounded with their outer shell. So no electron is been available free for the conduction. So these electrons requires very large amount of energy to free them from for the conduction. Let's apply the potential difference across the insulator above. If I apply the potential difference across the insulating material like this, then a force on which electron is not either the force is not enough for the electrons to free from its orbit, and that's why even though I go on increasing the potential across the insulating material, there will be no chance of any conduction. And so insulators are having very high resistivity. The insulators are very high resistance. Let us now see the second type of the material, that is called as conductor. The conductor is the material which is having very loosely bounded electrons in their outer shell. So these electrons are almost available free for the conduction. So these electrons requires a very little energy to make them free from for the conduction. Let us apply the potential difference across the conductor above. If I apply the potential difference like this, then definitely the electrons will start traveling from the negative to positive potential applied, and the free electrons will continuous flow, and that is known as current. So conductors are highly conductive, and so if I apply the potential difference across the conductor, there is definitely the current flow. The force on which each electron is enough to free from its orbit, and it jumps from atom to atom, and the conductor conducts. The conductors are said to have very low resistivity, or which is having very high conductivity. Let us see the semiconductors. The semiconductors, for example, silicon atom. The silicon or any semiconductor atom is having 4 electrons in its outer shell. That means every atom requires at least 8 electrons to fulfill its outer shell, but it has 4 electrons in its outer shell, and so there is a deficiency of 4 electrons, and so they are having 4 electrons in outer shell. So each silicon atom shares its 4 outer electrons with 4 neighboring atoms like this. So every silicon atom will share its own electron with the other silicon atom, and it also shares the other silicon atom's one electron with it. Like this is going to create a bond which is known as a covalent bond like this. So this bond is not very tight bond, but it is not also loose as compared to the conductors. So we'll require a little energy to have the conduction to the semiconductors.